Hello,
I'm Jennifer,
it's me, Reed.
and we're here for a Faith at Home listening practice.
Again, we did one on Tuesday, and now it's Friday, and we're doing another one.
Oh my goodness.
It's the third week of Easter season, if you're keeping track. I guess we obviously are, because I just told you. But, yeah, we're going to do a listening practice again. We did Psalm 1 last time. We're going to do Psalm 2. It's right here in the message.
So we've been reading from the message right now, and I don't know what you use for reading the Psalms, but we often use the YouVersion Bible app, which is really helpful to us. Is it still called the YouVersion Bible app?
I don't think so. I think it's just called Bible
app. I love that it has the option on there to read out loud to me, which is nice as I go about my day. And then sometimes after I've been using it, the car decides I need to listen to it at strange times, which is probably good because I find the Psalms are something that really help my nervous system to get calm. So
Yeah. Yes.
So we're going to listen to Psalm 2.
Yes, we're going to listen to Psalm 2. And again, it's listening to the psalm. And when we're listening to it, we're listening for something that sticks out to us, that jumps out in our mind as we're reading it or listening to it. And we're taking it as God speaking to us. Try to resist the temptation of saying, oh, it's just me thinking about it. Just accept for this process, this practice, that it is God speaking to you, and we'll go from there. All right, I'll read Psalm 2 from the message. Why the big noise, nations? Why the mean plots, peoples? Earth leaders push for position. Demagogues and delegates meet for summit talks. The God deniers, the Messiah defiers. Let's get free of God, cast loose from Messiah. Heaven-throned God breaks out laughing. At first, God's amused at their presumption. Then God gets good and angry. Furiously, God shuts them up. Don't you know there's a king in Zion? A coronation banquet is spread for him on the holy summit. Let me tell you what God said next. God said, you are my child, and today is your birthday. What do you want? Name it. Nations as a present? Continents as a prize? You can command them all to dance for you, or throw them out with tomorrow's trash. So, rebel kings, use your heads. Upstart judges, learn your lesson. Worship God in adoring embrace. Celebrate in trembling awe. Kiss Messiah. Your very lives are in danger, you know. God's anger is about to explode. But if you make a run for God, you won't regret it. What did you hear? Did you hear anything?
Well, the piece that really stands out for me today is that image of God saying, hey, today's your birthday and you can have whatever you want. And somehow for me today, that feels playful and generous. And so, yeah, that sort of is dancing inside of me, the image of the divine family, knowing when my birthday is and caring and saying, hey.
I guess what stuck out in my mind was this celebrate in trembling awe. I guess it's sort of like birthday there, I guess. Just to be joyful and be happy because God is present and happy for me, I guess.
I wonder if there was a word or a phrase that stood out for you. Can be anything. Mm-hmm. And it might stir emotion inside, or it might start you down a curious thought path. It's great to find somebody to talk to about that, either in person or in any of the other great ways that we can connect. Just to check that through and see what's happening there. Find out what it's representing inside your heart and your mind.
Yeah. I'm going to read it again.
Okay.
But the second time, I want you to think of an invitation, something that God is calling you to, not just something that sticks out to you, but try to think of it in terms of God is speaking to you to move some way, in some direction. The dog wants us to move over there, I think. He's moaning a bit. But think of it in terms of an invitation to something. God's calling you.
Okay.
Psalm 2, the message. Why the big noise, nations? Why the mean plots, peoples? Earth leaders push for position. Demagogues and delegates meet for summit talks. The God deniers, the Messiah defiers. Let's get free of God, cast loose from Messiah. Heaven-throned God breaks out laughing. At first, God's amused at their presumption. Then God gets good and angry. Furiously, God shuts them up. Don't you know there's a king in Zion? A coronation banquet is spread for them on the holy summit. Let me tell you what God said next. God said, "You are my child, and today is your birthday. What do you want? Name it. Nations as a present, continents as a prize. You can command them all to dance for you, or throw them out with tomorrow's trash. So, rebel kings, use your heads. Upstart judges, learn your lesson. Worship God in adoring embrace. Celebrate in trembling awe. Kiss Messiah. Your very lives are in danger, you know. God's anger is about to explode. But if you make a run for God, you won't regret it." I think for me, the invitation is to run to God. I know that was the last line, so. And my temptation is to say, well, I'm thinking of that because it was the last thing. But that's really what I'm thinking. That's what I feel like God is calling. To run to God, not to hold back or be shy or coy about running to God. I think of my own children, more so when they're littler, but, you know, or maybe even this dog. I come home and he's been alone all day, and I come home and he's so excited. Sort of like that, running to God excitedly, because I know I'll be greeted with happiness and joy.
That's beautiful. I think the invitation that jumps out to me is a few times in there it talks about meeting for summit talks. And so today I just hear the invitation to continue to meet in all of the different ways that we do for conversations and for discerning together what it is that the Spirit is inviting. Yeah. So I wonder, is there an invitation that stands out to you? And maybe it comes directly from the words of this psalm, or maybe they just stir a sense of something inside you. So if you'd like to share, we'd love to hear from you. Please feel free. That's it for today.
We'll see you again next week, I think, probably. The 4th week of Easter. We're keeping track, even if you aren't.
Thanks for being here.
Bye-bye.